Hey everybody, this is Bridge from Humboldt Yacht Club. Today we have a little bit of a boat project on my daughter's boat. It's a Catalina 25 and it's like a 1980 boat, so there's awesome 1980 lights. And we need to fix that with something more modern, like an LED light that we bought at West Marine. Hopefully it's just change the wires, change the mount, and we're good to go. Alright, so looks pretty simple. We've got a little waterproof switch. Red is positive, black is negative, and then some mounting screws. So the question is, how do we get to the back side of this mounting screw? And it looks like you can rotate the lens, and then you can mount the bracket on. So that should be super easy. Alright, let's see if we can figure out how to take this thing off. Ooh, man, it just... That's some 40-year-old plastic right there. Awesome. Alright. And I've already got the boat power off. So this is our bulb here for the existing thing. We might reuse that somewhere else if we needed to. And it looks like it's just 4 Phillips heads, so that's cool. Let's see how this goes. The nice thing about boats is that, for the most part, everything's 12 volts DC in the United States. Other boats, like European boats, they may be 24 volt DC, but for here, it's just usually 12. Okay, so we just need to change this connector and splice on our new light, and then screw it back in, and we're done. Nice. Alright, so we don't have a lot of room to work with, but I'm gonna have to presume that this cord, which looks like it's sort of bluish, is probably the positive going to the switch, and the white one, it looks like a ground to me, and that goes to black. So black is normally ground. So what we're gonna do black first. Cut this one off, and just cut this one short, so that's out of the way. But we know that one's gonna be our red positive, so I just have to free this guy up. These connectors are, you know, super old school, and more modern waterproof connectors would probably be better, but we happen to have some of these on the boat, and so we're gonna replace like for like. Black side is go there into the little hole. Okay, that one is good. Get this extra little squeeze. Sure it's on there. Alright, now we just need to clear up the red guy. Hopefully we can do the same thing and not have to try to re-strip it. What I don't want to have happen is have the wire break right up there, because Catalina built their wiring molded into their body of their boat, and so replacing this wire could be tricky. So we're gonna try to not lose any distance on there. possible. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to strip just a little bit. One of the things about LED lights is you have to get the polarity right. If you don't get the polarity right, the LED won't work. So, worst case scenario, we got these rolled and then we just have to resplice it. But I suppose we could test it with a meter. Oh, what sort of order of adventure is that, right? Okay, let's see here. Turn on the lights. Cabin lights on. Ooh, action already. Doot, doot. Sweet. Now I just have to screw it to the ceiling and we're good. Pilot holes make a big difference. Especially on 40-year-old fiberglass. Yeah. Alright, well that wasn't that hard, and that looks a lot better. I mean, it'd be nice to fill these holes in and use a different connection, but it is 100% better than 1980 here. So that's a win. I definitely have to recommend drilling pilot holes and the janky screws that West Marine gives you. Although probably adequate because it weighs almost nothing, are really easy to strip and bend and lose in the floor. Hey, thanks for joining us in this little boat project. Boats are always a continuous project of one sort or another. Some are easy, some are hard. And as we try to fix the things on the boats in our fleet, we'll do a little updates. If you have any suggestions or ideas or need help, send a comment, like and subscribe, and we'll get back to you and do something that you want to do.